Ohayori, super kawaii zombie idol, crazy Ori desu. Welcome to the stream everyone. Selamat datang di streamnya Ori no haishin de yokoso. Hari ini kita akan mendiskusikan lagu dari KOUHAI tercinta kita, IRyS, CAESURA of Despair. Today we will be discussing our dear KOUHAI's song, debut song even, CAESURA of Despair. 今日はCAESURA of Despair を話したいと思います。So yes, good morning everyone. Selamat pagi everyone. Ohayo. Hi everyone, good morning. It's a good time for big brain time. Yep. And before we start though, I'd like to make a little disclaimer that sadly I cannot play the song on stream. Oli nggak bisa mainin lagunya on stream. I can't show the MV or I can't show anything from CAESURA of Despair. Oli nggak bisa perhatiin apa-apa dari CAESURA of Despair. So if you guys want to check it out, the link is in the pinned comment up above you. Itu kalau kalian mau lihat secara langsung MV dan mau dengerin lagunya secara langsung, itu langsung diklik aja. Apa tuh namanya? Link yang ada di pinned comment, ya? Oof, but the MV is fine. Yeah. There are some restrictions that I need to follow, but you guys might be wondering, how will we be discussing this without the MV or the music playing? Ini jadi caranya kita diskusi tanpa ngeliat MV atau tanpa ngeliat tanpa dengerin lagunya gimana gitu. Well, I have a solution, which is jang ding. We're going to use the timestamp and the lyrics and discuss it together. Oli bakal pakai timestamp, terus Oli bakal kayak ngepost liriknya, terus kita bakal diskusi bareng-bareng. So. You are cute, thank you very much. Oli, I love this background, really nice. I love it's bright and calming because it's still in the morning karena ini masih pagi kan ya. I wanted a chill stream while discussing and simping for my KOUHAI. Ini Oli pengen streamnya itu chill sambil kita nge-simping KOUHAI-nya kita. So ne, ja. I just watched the video like 10 minutes ago, but you'll need to hold my hand here, Chief. I will. I definitely will. And unfortunately, I cannot sing the song today, so let's just enjoy and discuss the song together. Sayangnya Oli juga gak bisa nyanyiin lagunya nanti, jadi kita senang-senang aja dalam ini ya, mendiskusikannya. Ja, というわけで始めましょうか。First thing that I want to point out is definitely the start of the song. It's like, I think around this timestamp, kira-kira this timestamp yang dari sini, around this time, the song start. Bagian sini kan lagunya mulai kan ya. Sebenarnya belum mulai sih, masih kayak diem gitu. There's no song. in the first 3 seconds. And mind you, in the first 3 seconds, nothing was really happening. We just see IRyS descending to the top of Tokyo Tower. Di detik-detik ini, IRyS itu belum ngapa-ngapain. Dia cuma baru turun aja dari langit terus dia diri di Tokyo Tower. She just descended. Ne? And so, it got me thinking though, why did she descend to the top of Tokyo Tower? And why was she descending in the first place? She was descending to a city of purple. And we need to keep that in mind. Itu IRyS itu turunnya itu waktu kotanya itu terlihat ungu. Dan Oli bingung kenapa harus turunnya itu di Tokyo Tower gitu loh. Why did she descend? Why did she descend at that time? Why did she descend there? And how did she descend? Neh? Descend to the top? I mean, like, she descended from the sky to the top of Tokyo Tower. So basically, it's descending, right? Neh? She's afraid of height too, exactly. Which is controversial. I mean, it's like a contradiction. She's afraid of heights, but she decided to descend to the top of Tokyo Tower. Tapi, dia padahal takut sama ketinggian, tapi dia malah turunnya itu di atas Tokyo Tower. Bisa aja dia turun ke tengah-tengah kota gitu kan ya. She could have descended to the middle of the city, but no, she decided to descend on top of Tokyo Tower. Maybe to get a better view of the whole city, mungkin biar kelihatan kali ya satu kota gitu kan ya. But it still piques my interest. And then this is when the song starts. The lyrics in the song, it goes about ちょっと待って。あ、やばい。Okay, these are the lyrics. And I want to point out the timestamp on 0006. If you guys check out 0006, it's a bit confusing because at this time, after IRyS descended, she clicked her tongue. She made a ch. She was like ch. And it was pretty weird. Like she descended and she went ch. It's as if she's frustrated or annoyed because of something. Di bagian sini. Darkness will fade away. Light will guard your way, and hope has descended, and you are not alone. But when she said this, she had a frustrated and annoyed look. She even clicked her tongue. That is sus. I thought, why did they add this little detail here? Maybe because she was afraid of falling? No. I wish that could be the reason, but soon the camera zoomed out and we can see that on 0014, her face was very frustrated. Well, I guess it could be because she's scared of the heights, but I think it has something to do with the city, and it has something to do with the world that she descended in, you know? In a way, ちょっと待って。What happened? I want to read something from IRyS's wiki. Oli pengen baca sesuatu dari wikinya IRyS. IRyS, a half demon, half angel, also known as a Nephilim, once brought hope to the paradise during the ancient time. She once brought paradise to the ancient time, and she descended back to earth because apparently despair took over. Mungkin gara-gara di saat itu dunia itu kayaknya lagi hancur deh. Maybe everyone was going through despair and she decided and then she descended again. It's just weird. It's weird. Why was she frustrated when she descended, you know? Like, is it because the world came to chaos, that's why she clicked her tongue? What does it mean? Kowalski analysis. Ne? Because the world is full of despair. Was she annoyed because of that? Was she annoyed because the world was full of despair? Or was she just scared of the heights? That's something that I'd like to know. Like, IRyS came down because chaos was upon them. But she also clicked her tongue, so I don't know what that means. Does that mean that there's a secret side to IRyS that we don't know? Or does it mean that she feels like she needs to save the world? I don't know. She disliked what she saw in the world. Exactly. That's kind of sus though. Because I don't think, like, if we see IRyS in her streams, like she's streaming right now, she's streaming Henry Stickmin. Like, I don't think she's the type of person that would hate on the world, but why did she click her tongue? That's one of the analysis that I really wanted to discuss with you guys, but I think we'll just move on. Next, I want to discuss about, we're going to time travel a little bit to 0009. In 0009, we see a light being absorbed by the crystal, a very, very dark crystal. Now, there are a few options and a few possibilities about what this means. Maybe the crystal could symbolize the human heart, but it could also symbolize the state of the world. But then again, it could also symbolize the presence of IRyS. Because, you know, IRyS is very much associated with gemstones and crystals. But what's weird was that the light was being absorbed, like fully absorbed by the crystal, by the dark crystal. And there's no more light. And this happened when IRyS descended. Eh? When like we saw in the beginning from 0000 and from 0003, IRyS descended. And after that, we see the crystal absorbing any light. It's as if it's absorbing all of the hope in. And it turned into a dark place. I find the timing a bit suspicious. Does that mean she is only a half angel? Maybe it's a duality thing. Exactly, it's because she's a Nephilim. It's because she's a half demon and a half angel. This goes back to her lore. It's because she's a Nephilim, you know. Like, there's going to be something that I'd like to discuss later, but we're going to have to save it first. Ada sesuatu yang pengen Oli diskusin banget, tapi kita harus iniin dulu. Apa kita harus kelarin yang lain dulu? Is it a part of her demon side that we don't know? Is she unconsciously letting her demon side take over? It's weird. But anyways, it's so cool. And I don't know if you guys realize, but at around this time, you guys can hear like a heartbeat sound in the music. We don't know whose heartbeat it is, but we can hear a tuk 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 tuk. Ne? Maybe she keeps all the light to herself and descended. Exactly. It's the sus demon side. Oh, like, I'm sorry that we're doing it like this. Like, this breakdown is mostly going to focus on her lore. And then we're going to move on. So, the song continues. And around 0024. Yeah. At around 0024, let me write the lyrics for you guys first. Tumate. Hi. These are the lyrics starting from 0024. And it is, again, I'd like to say, very sus. Dan di bagian sini juga menurut Oli itu lumayan mencurigakan. You know why? Because when we went to 0024, the city suddenly looked like it was hit by an apocalypse. The city was enveloped in chaos. Ya gak sih? Tiba-tiba satu kota itu tiba-tiba kayak kena musibah gitu loh. It became hollow. It was drowning in trees. It looked like something you'd see after like it's weird. It kind of looked like the end of the world. It didn't look like it was habitated at all. And my question is, when was this? Was this a flashback? Or did it happen just now? When did the apocalypse happen? Ne? It was really, really weird. And what's even weirder was 2 seconds after this, on 0026, after the city looked like an apocalypse, IRyS smirked. IRyS looked at the city covered with nothing but trees and smirked. her demon side is starting to take control. It's as if she is pleased to see the what is it called again? The view, you know? As far as I remember, Nephilims are children between angels and humans. They're language for giants. Apparently Goliath was one, but don't worry, they are easy to feed with stone. Ask David, he'll tell you. Ne? I took it as a vision of future. It could be a vision of future. Maybe she was imagining what the future would look like. And then she started smiling. Nico nico shite ta, IRyS-chan. Eh? Sasukunai? Isn't that kinda sus? I gotta see. You know what? I'm going to get rid of my glasses. Yeet! So, ne? I thought she grimaced, not grinned. No. If you guys looked at 0026 again, she literally smirked. She literally smirked. Yeah, it was a smile. It wasn't... She wasn't... what is it? She wasn't being concerned or worried. She actually smirked. She was content with the view. It's weird. And then, on 0028, we see a different side of IRyS. We see a blue IRyS in the middle of the city. In the middle of the abandoned city. What does that mean? She was suddenly in the middle of the city alone. Like, in the span of 2 seconds, suddenly, she's in 2 different places at once. There's the IRyS on top of the tower, and there's IRyS in the middle of the city. We didn't see how she was reacting to the city because all we saw was her back. But it's just weird how there's a blue IRyS and a smirking IRyS at the same time, especially in the same place. Like we don't really know when the apocalypse hit the city. It could be like in the past or in the future, but something tells me that there's 2 sides of IRyS that kind of wants the chaos and the side of IRyS that doesn't want the chaos. Ne? Ne. And here comes the very important part of her lore. 0031. This is very important. Oh, by the way, let's go back to the 28. Just wanted to shout out that because IRyS was blue, blue symbolizes faith and hope. That's what I learned. So there's a blue IRyS and the other IRyS. It's kind of weird. So it's like her hope, our alter ego, exactly. So. Anyways, let's go back to 0031. In 0031, we see an IRyS flower falling. Yes, that flower is also called IRyS. We see IRyS petals flying around at the start of the song. But then we are presented with an IRyS flower falling at this time, 0031. And there's a lot of lore into this IRyS. First of all, it has the same name as IRyS. And both of them are purple. Lucunya itu bunga ini itu namanya itu sama seperti IRyS. Dan juga warnanya itu sama-sama ungu. Ne? It has the same name. They have the same name. And I think this suits the lyrics a lot because did you guys know that IRyS actually stands for hope and faith? Like an IRyS flower symbolizes wisdom, courage, and especially hope and faith. A literal hope. And what's even more interesting is that IRyS, when translated in Greek, means rainbow. It suits their lyrics so much because it says, in the contrast woven by the rainbow and rain, Niji to ame ga orinasu kontrastu to. The flower was falling during these lyrics. Yeah, and let me tell you, there's a lot of things that we need to dig about in this flower. Here, let me show you the flower. ちょっと。どこだっけ？あ、ここだ。Here's the flower. The very, 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 very important flower. ね? Okay, so, let me break it down to you guys. So, in Greek, it means rainbow, but it also means messenger. So, in the Greek mythology, there's this goddess. Her name is also IRyS, whose duty was to deliver messages from the gods to mortals. And she delivered them through rainbows, mind you. And it fits IRyS too, because in a way, IRyS delivers hope to mankind, right? And what interests me is that, let's underline the word rainbow. Why is IRyS connected to the rainbow? It's because IRyS, there's a lot of different types of IRyS. There's red IRyS, there's a yellow IRyS, there's a blue IRyS, there's a purple IRyS. And because there's just so many variants of IRyS flowers in the world, that's why it symbolizes rainbow, you know? And usually in the Greek culture, if you plant IRyS flowers on the graves of your loved ones, it'll help them transcend to the afterlife. Ne? And this is very much, this is kind of sus to me, you know? Ini menurut Ali lumayan menarik sih, because as we know, death isn't something that you look forward to. But how do I say this? Death is a time of despair. But with IRyS, you get hope, because you get to transcend to the afterlife a lot more easier. Ne? So. And that's not just it. Dan bukan sampai situ aja. In Japan, IRyS is also known for purification. And we'll see later in the MV that... Okay. And we know later in the MV, we'll see it later, the crystal that we saw at the beginning will get purified. It's very, very interesting to know. IRyS have a lot of things in common with this flower. Ne? And for the color that we actually saw in the MV, untuk warna yang kita ngeliat itu, the IRyS flower that we see in the MV is purple. So purple represents admiration, if I remember correctly. Kalau gak salah, warna ungu itu dari bunganya itu artinya itu admiration, apa saling suka gitu loh. And this would make sense because IRyS is an idol and she would love people to admire her. Dan ini juga nyambung, soalnya IRyS itu kan bagaimanapun itu idol kan ya. Jadi dengan adanya bunga ini, it makes sense, gitu. But the mind-blowing part is that if you put the purple IRyS into a bouquet, it becomes hope. So it has two different meanings. If you just give like one IRyS to like a person, to your loved one, it just means that you admire them. But if you give them a full bouquet, it means that you're giving them hope. And that's what we see throughout the MV. There's a lot of irises there, along with the petals. If we pay attention to the start of the MV again, the petals were flying everywhere, which implies that there were more than one irises. It was a bouquet. There was hope, and hope was flying over the place. Ne? Well, also the color of royalty, I suppose, because it was expensive. But the thing is, the language of colors and the language of flowers is different. For each flower, every color has a different meaning. But for the color of language, then one color just has one meaning. This is kind of different, so it doesn't. I don't think it applies. Ne? And also, I want to point out something very interesting to you guys. Did you guys know that the flower of IRyS only blooms at the start of summer? Ini mereka itu mulai mekarnya itu pada awal musim panas, which coincides with IRyS's debut, which is also at the start of summer. Did you guys realize? Kalian sadar gak? IRyS debuted somewhere at the start of July, right? Ne? Ne? And IRyS debuted in summer. Whoa. Mind blown. IRyS has a lot of things in common with this flower. So, what shocked me is that no one was really talking about this flower. Like, I was going through the comment section, but no one was really talking about this flower because this flower has a lot of things in common with IRyS. The connections are endless. Ne? And you know, as if you guys already watched the MV, we can see IRyS falling from Tokyo Tower at the end, right? So I think this flower was foreshadowing that moment because at 0031, this flower was also falling. Ini juga bunganya itu lagi jatuh, tahu gak sih? Pas kita lagi nonton bunganya juga lagi ikut jatuh. Ne? So. I wish for an end to your despair. I like how it says, I wish for an end to your despair while showing the flower. There's a lot of things being connected here. There's no flower prettier than Ollie. Can you guess who's the flower? Can you guess who's the flower? You guys can't tell the difference, huh? Which one is the flower? Thank you. And then I wanna discuss the next part of the song, which is on 0039. The lyrics are... Mate. I like how everyone just saying the flowers on the left side. Thank you, everyone. Arigato ne. Here's the next lyrics and the next timestamp. じゃあ、ここにいるよ、歌っているよ、夜明けの果てを。And at this timestamp specifically, the sky became blue while IRyS was singing, and the crystal we see was getting purified. But she is still standing in the abandoned city. So I'm guessing that there's like two alternate IRyS at two different timelines. Jadi menurut Aldi di bagian sini itu ada dua IRyS di dua tempat berbeda dan di dua waktu berbeda. Maybe there was like a past IRyS. The past IRyS was singing. Therefore the sky became blue and this crystal gets purified. Though we can still see her blue side, her hopeful blue IRyS in the future in the abandoned apocalyptic city. Maybe she kind of... I think she kind of saw through the future. Therefore, she started singing. Because as we know, she says, so here I am and here I sing for the dawn of a new day. Man, and this, man, there's something that I really want to discuss, but we gotta wait for it. I'm saving it for the next part. And we can see the city becoming okay at the start of 0045. The city became blue, it's all okay, it's not even purple anymore. The city is all hopeful and stuff. But get this. After the crystal gets purified and after the city became okay, at 0049, the crystal fell and broke into pieces. I don't know what that means. What does it mean? The tainted crystal that absorbed off the light at the beginning then became purified when IRyS started to sing. But at the dawn of the new day, the crystal fell and broke. いや、不思議だな。Clumsy crystal. Ne? I thought, oh my gosh, what happened? Did Yago's dream broke into pieces again? But I was like, oh no, that's not what it means. But then, here's when the kicker comes in. At 0052, with IRyS's command, she raised her hand. And then she was suddenly enveloped in this like purple-ish white light, and some of the crystals that broke became tainted. It's her other side, it's her demon side taking over again. Like the crystal was just purified, but then it broke and then she started tainting the crystals again. Oh my god. Oh my god. And this is one of my favorite lyrics. Dan bagian sini adalah lirik yang paling Oli suka. There's a lot to talk about here. Shout out to the elegy of Ragnarok. Kobore ochita tasogare no elegy koru. Yeah, there's a lot to discuss here. Di bagian sini banyak yang bisa kita diskusiin. So, as we know, kobore ochita. What I want to underline is the word ochita. Ochita means falling, right? And it makes sense because the crystal fell, broke to pieces, and got tainted. And let me explain to you guys what Ragnarok is. So Ragnarok is basically a series of events. Like it's an Icelandic poem, if I remember correctly. So in Ragnarok, there was many catastrophes. There's many chaos. It was just really, really bad. And it happened during the cruel winter. So like, the start of Ragnarok, it all started when this very, very long winter caused monsters to wreak havoc. And I find this very interesting because when associated with IRyS debuted on the start of summer, and IRyS flower also blooms at the start of summer, which means that hope happens at the start of summer. And it is in contrast with the long winter. Because despair came to the world when the world was out cold, and IRyS came during the start of summer when the sun shines the brightest. Ne? Ragnarok pertempuran akhir dunia mitologi Nordik, betul sekali. Exactly. Ragnarok was like a catastrophe. Like it's like, how do I say it? It's a chronicle series of mayhem that completely wipes out everything clean. And let's underline that word. Wiping out everything clean. So basically, it had so many chaos that everything exploded and they had nothing left. And please, correct me if I'm wrong, but according to what I found, when everything is wiped out in Ragnarok, the brand new future emerged. Waktu semuanya udah hilang setelah Ragnarok, tiba-tiba ada kayak semacam gimana ya? Mereka kayak ada kehidupan yang baru gitu loh. Ne? A fresh start. IRyS purifying equals Ragnarok. Exactly, that's what I thought. So I was like, isn't this kind of like resetting? It's kind of like restarting. It's kind of what happened to the crystal. Don't you guys think so? Ini yang terjadi pada kristalnya nggak sih? The crystal was tainted. It got purified, but then it broke. It was a series of catastrophes. Ragnarok is basically the end of the world from the Norse mythology, when the wolves devoured the sun and the moon, when everyone dies, Baldur was reborn and created a new era. Exactly that. That's also what I found while I was researching. And this made me think, did the Ragnarok that IRyS was referring to happened because of her other demon side? Ini karena sisi lain IRyS kah? Ini terjadi? Because we didn't know how the despair happened in the MV. Like we saw the city being purple, we saw the city being apocalyptic, but we didn't know how it happened. Kita gak tahu itu kok bisa tiba-tiba kayak gitu, ya gak sih? An elegy is like a tribute to the dead, so maybe she's commemorating the old world after she first descended. Maybe the second one is to prevent it from happening again. Maybe, it could be. Maybe, because this is like her second time descending. If we take a look at her wiki, it says, and I quote, once brought hope to the paradise during the ancient age. But now it brings me the question, so is the apocalyptic city from the past or from the future? Itu jadi kota yang udah hancur itu dari masa lalu atau dari masa yang akan mendatang? Ne? Kaesura means interruption of or break in Greek, so she's interrupting the despair that's happening. Maybe. But then again, her demon side is what makes it the most sus, you know? Praise the cube. So. And then let's move on. Let's try and move on. On 0055, we see her other self again. And on 0056, we see her tears falling down as she holds a withered IRyS flower. Dan di 0056, kita melihat IRyS itu nangis sambil dia megang bunga yang udah kering layu. Is as if she's crying because all hope is lost. Itu bagaikan dia menangis karena segala harapan itu sudah hilang. Ne? So, this clearly means all hope is lost. And if you guys see at the end of the... You know what, I'll just save the end for later. But for now, let's move on. I forgot to change the lyrics. Ai. ここでは面白い。ここにも面白いよ。凍えた過去と涙にさよなら。Bid farewell to your tears and your icebound past. Let's underline the word icebound. Remember, the Ragnarok started at the start of winter. So I'm guessing that IRyS was there when the Ragnarok happened. Ne. Like she was crying over a withered flower, which means despair took all over hope. And she was trying to say goodbye. She was trying to bring a whole new, brand new day. Ne? Hope is not lost if you just believe in your heart. Ne? Got it. The despair is cyclical. This is the only second time, but that's what the interruption is in the CAESURA. The theme aligns really well with Kiara, Callie, and Ame in particular concerning Halloween. Really? I didn't notice that part. So. Nagito, did somebody say hope? That's funny. That's what I thought when IRyS debuted too. I thought maybe she'd be a fan of Nagito or something. Here's the next part that I'd like to discuss. Okay. ちょっと待って。はい。We don't have enough room. Micah! So on timestamp 0100, we see IRyS. The IRyS on top of the Tokyo Tower snapping. She snapped using her powers and suddenly the whole city became black. Terus tiba-tiba waktu dia kayak when she snapped her fingers, suddenly the whole city. It was. Now this is what I wanted to know. What did she do to the city? Itu dia apain kotanya? Did she just suddenly stop time? Did she send in all despair? What is she doing? Yeah, she Thanos snapped and suddenly the city became black. And she was smiling, exactly. On 0103, she was smirking. She smirked after she made all of the city black. So there's two possibilities of her powers when she snapped. Because after this, on 0106, with her tear, a blue light emits and the city gets cleaned again. So there's two possibilities. Maybe when she snapped, she was stopping time so that no one would notice, and then she cleansed the earth with her powers. and erased all despair. Could be. Could be. But it could also mean there's another possibility that the demon side of her actually wants despair, but the angel side of her wants to bring back hope to the world. She was also crying. Exactly. Is she crying because the world was in despair, or was she crying because she was the one who brought despair to the world? It is enveloped in darkness and then it goes bright again. Exactly. It's like purification. But she dirtied before the purification. She's fighting herself. Exactly. Bleh. Hope IRyS cried because she does not like her despair side doing it, so she kicked it back and fixed it. Exactly. My question is, so was the Ragnarok's IRyS doing too? Whoa. Maybe she cried because she had to kill all of the evils to purify the world. That could be it too. IRyS is not bipolar. She's not. But what if there's like a side of her that we actually don't know? Tapi kalau ternyata ada bagian dari IRyS yang kita tidak tahu, bagaimana? Kito despair hareru you ni utau kara, soshite make a wish adeyaka ni kazaru kara. Because I'll sing the despair away and brighten your skies. So make a wish, and I'll put on the stage to captivate you. Well, to be honest, the lyrics from here on out just explains to us that she's here to make us smile. She's here to erase the despair and bring hope to our days. So there's nothing to discuss for this part of the lyrics. But then we have 0110. And this is when the two gems, the both tainted, and the light gems, like the dark gems and the light gems, they start colliding side by side. They circled between each other. So, what was happening? It has to. Now at this point, I was concerned that the gem is definitely IRyS's soul or something. Mungkin gemnya itu adalah kayak semacam jiwanya IRyS, maybe? Maybe her angel side and demon side are starting to like tolerate each other? They're combining to become one and be balanced. Exactly. And 15. There's something happening. Ada sesuatu yang bikin Oli bingung. So there's this woman, not woman. There was this moment when IRyS has this. Why can't I speak? IRyS had this one moment when she had this determined smirk on her face. It's like probably the demon side of IRyS as she emits a purple aura over the darkened city. It's as if she's content and happy with how the city is turning out. But on 0115, we see that IRyS has a concerned or worried face over her as she dawns over the normal city. This probably happened in 2 different times. Because there's no way that she can be in 2 different places at once. But can she? I don't know. So, it could be another alternate timeline. Mungkin ini jadi timeline yang berbeda lagi kali ya. So. Over here, IRyS. When she was in her demon side, I guess. I think she was really content with how the city turned out with the purple aura and the darkened city and everything. And maybe 0115 is... I don't even know what 2Bs to use anymore because I don't know if they're in the past or in the present. Maybe the IRyS that we see in the normal city is the present IRyS. She's worried and concerned about what might happen in the future. She's concerned that another Ragnarok might occur. And what questions me is on 0117. Over here, we see IRyS getting surrounded by this blue light. As we discussed before, blue symbolizes hope and faith. This happened when she was in her demon form, if I remember correctly. Di bagian sini waktu IRyS-nya itu masih jahat, dia tiba-tiba kena ilham gitu, I think. So in her demon form, she suddenly regains her hope and faith. Dane? Ne? So it really feels like there's two different IRyS's in the story. And then we're going to go back to the lyrics that we heard at the start. Darkness will fade away, hope will lead your way. I'm here to chant the melodies for you. From here, man, was she trying to get rid of her other self? This is Hachama over again. It's weird. And yes, I'm glad that you guys noticed. On 0124, we see two different IRyS's. Wait, no. On 33, not 24. On 0133, we see two different IRyS's. A blue IRyS and a purple IRyS. And they were at the apocalyptic city. They started to meet each other. So from this, I think we can conclude that there are two different IRyS's. There are two sides of IRyS's. We just don't know yet. Ne? Do you think it's possible that instead of two IRyS's at the same time, it's the same person at a different time? Is it? Could it be? I don't know if this helps, but according to religious scholars, Nephilims are beings who were often present right before and after a catastrophe. Oh, that is... Oh my god, that is actually a very big clue. Thank you, Kylecom. So IRyS was present before and after... Eh? And she hasn't revealed her full name yet. Right, she hasn't revealed her full name. What if her full name isn't actually a full name? What if her full name is actually two names combined? Maybe IRyS is her angel name, because you know, it means hope. And maybe the redacted name from her full name is actually her demon name. Maybe IRyS is like an Absol and she just shows up before disasters. Could be! Could be, wow. Yeah, but... And I don't know if you guys noticed, but when IRyS was falling from Tokyo Tower, she fell from Tokyo Tower at 0124, right? At this moment, the backgrounds keep on changing. IRyS was falling from the purple world to the apocalyptic world to the normal world. She was falling everywhere. She was going through space and time when she fell. Did you guys realize that? And on 0136, she looked to the side while she was falling. And after that, the IRyS flower started blooming. So with the fall of IRyS, hope actually bloomed. And it's weird because IRyS herself is hope. She's the embodiment of hope. But when she was falling from Tokyo Tower, the IRyS flower that symbolizes hope and faith started blooming. So what does it mean? Maybe it's because there's this demon part of her. Because there's a demon part of her and she was falling, the demon part was also falling. Because basically, angel and demon IRyS, they're the same people, right? It means both of the awakening happens at the same time. Oh, she purposely fell, meaning she's ready to conquer the dark side and do good again to prevent disaster from the past. Exactly. Yeah. Maybe they've even separated from each other when the crystal broke, like father and counterpart from FMA. Hope and despair are often thought to be separate forces, like light and darkness. What if they are one and the same? Hope shines and brightens in the contrast of despair, as if two sides are in the same coin. Yeah, doesn't that mean that IRyS is putting an end to darkness by putting an end to herself. Like, the reason why people are scared of heights is because they're scared of falling. Satu alasan mengapa orang-orang bisa takut sama ketinggian itu gara-gara mereka takut jatuh. But she purposely fell. Was she... It's controversial. There's so many things that we don't know. Man. Could be the descent to the Tokyo Tower is something like IRyS becoming aware of the situation and her falling is actually Hope descending? That could be it. I mean, descending means falling, right? Descending itu kan artinya jatuh kan ya? So I guess she was properly descending at the end of the MV. She was falling. Ne? Ne? Yet fallen and Nephilim goes hand by hand. Exactly. So. Ah, sumasan. And you know, Hope must know its other half despair that is a truth and a hard pill to swallow for some. Descending can also mean being called. It can also mean that? Then it fits perfectly with the Greek goddess IRyS. Ne? Wah. Okay, and here's the last one that I want to discuss with you guys. Ini yang terakhir yang pengen Oli diskusikan dengan kalian. The last one. Lasciate ogni speranza. If I'm correct, I think this is Greek. Kalau gak salah, ini adalah bahasa Yunani. It means abandon all hope. All ye who enter... No. Wait a minute. It doesn't necessarily mean that. So, that is true, but at the same time, it's not. So, Lasciate ogni speranza comes from a sentence. The full and true sentence is Lasciate ogni speranza voi ken trate. This is the true sentence, which means abandon all hope, ye who enter, which means danger ahead, or proceed with caution, or beware, or stay away, or do not enter. Usually, from what I heard, is that a lot of people believe that this sentence is inscribed through the entrance of hell, because there's no hope or point of return in hell. And hell is a dangerous place to be, right? But the thing was, it wasn't Lasciate ogni speranza. It wasn't, what I mean to say was, it wasn't the full sentence. The sentence that we saw wasn't the full sentence. It's not Lasciate ogni speranza voi che entrate. No, it was only Lasciate ogni speranza. It's not abandon all hope, ye who enter. It's just abandon all hope, which means there is no hope. Ne? Abandon all hope. That means there's no hope at all. All hope is lost. That's what it means. It's not abandon all hope, ye who enters. It's just abandon all hope. Yes. And from here, I think, remember that, just now we were talking about how IRyS actually acknowledges how she actually has the demon side in her, which is why she decided to fall from Tokyo Tower. And that's when Hope decided, that's when the IRyS flowers start blooming. So maybe IRyS was abandoning her hope for humanity's hope. She was abandoning herself for the sake of hope. It's like a loophole, kind of. We don't know what hope is, but it's like fallen angel, exactly. That's hope IRyS taking control of her body. But why is it abandon all hope? You're blowing my mind, Holly. I'm glad I am. Because this is wow, interesting way of putting it, right? Because the ending really puts me off. IRyS falling, the IRyS flower started blooming, and it all ends with abandon all hope. Man. I think the IRyS we see on the tower is the real IRyS, and the blue and purple ones on the ground are projectories of her own soul, which is why they look ghostly. Could be it. The background color themes switches from dark theme to lighter themes, signifying the despair IRyS might be taking a break, or CAESURA. Exactly. What if despair wasn't happening in the world? What if IRyS is actually the one that's suffering from despair? All calamities in the world were set loose except for hope in Pandora's myth. True. Wow. It's really a conundrum. It is. It's a bit confusing. Can you explain it in math? If I have to explain this in math, it's basically this. If I had to explain it in math, it's 0.9999999 equals 1. They're different, but at the same time, they're also the same. If I had to explain it in math. So from here, to be honest, so IRyS took all the despair in the world for her to bear. That could be it. Remember the blue light? Like, when was it again? When was it again? Wait. Ah, right. On 01/17, when the world was all purple and dark, suddenly a blue light came into IRyS. Like the blue light was suddenly being absorbed by IRyS, as we can see. That could be IRyS absorbing off the despair. And then she fell from Tokyo Tower to end the despair by abandoning herself being hope. And that's when the real hope, the IRyS flower, started blooming. What? Maybe it's because of the nature of her existence. She describes herself as a half angel, half demon. So maybe she struggles of hope and despair in both internal and external one. Yeah. Before we continue, has anyone considered just asking her directly? Yeah, we could just ask IRyS. Do you want me to DM IRyS? Let me ask IRyS right now, actually. She's still streaming. IRyS, what happened after you fell from Tokyo Tower? She's streaming right now. Oh, she's still streaming. Oh well. That's no fun though. She's streaming Henry Stickman 9 now. Ask her if she's okay. Were you okay? Please don't spam her comments though. Don't spam her comments saying that yeah, okay? Why do we do that when we could overthink things instead? Ask her if it hurt when she fell down from heaven. You're right. Kat mentioned that she does not like talking about her past. That is true. But is the IRyS we see in the MV her past or her future? We don't know what happened in the MV. Cube cult. Ollie, tell us about the cube. I have no idea. Imagine IRyS says I fell into your arms. Man, that would be a dream. But from here, to be honest, after discussing this with you guys, it just leaves me with more questions than answers. Habis diskusi sama kalian ini Oli malah jadi kebanyakan pikiran ini. Right? Pandora Bucks, who wouldn't like a zombie to be their guide to hell? If there is no overthinking, there is no DMing. Maybe there's a second part to this MV, just like this quote. Maybe. I haven't listened to her other songs still. Only belum dengerin lagu-lagu yang lain sih. Like, I have listened to them, but I haven't, like, paid attention. I haven't really thought about the lyrics and stuff. We might have another analysis stream. Oh, her absorbing all despair causes her demon side to arise. And after cleansing it, hope shall descend. And that's why she doesn't want to be reminded of, because it has been cleansed. Interesting. IRyS is low-key Madoka. In a way, she kinda is. Is this lore? It is. Well, I'd certainly be interested. I'm loving the variation in content. Oh, thank you. Imagine when you ask IRyS and IRyS answers, I forgore. I also like Here Comes Hope. You should at least listen to it. I'll try and listen to it then. Thank you. But I guess that's all for today. We discussed the MV and the lore behind the IRyS flower and also the Ragnarok, but now we don't really have anything else. Man. Wow. Sounds like something she will say. Thank you for being a psycho nerd, Ali. You're welcome. I like simping. You know, different... I did a Holostars analysis video, right? Itu kan only sempet bikin video buat Holostars juga kan ya. I analyzed the song that they did. And to be honest, it was fairly easy because it was very straightforward. But IRyS is a whole different level because there's just so many lore and so many references from the Greek, from the Nordic, from the Ragnarok, from the flowers, man. Can you do more like this in the future? I will. I will. Thank you very much for the analysis. These streams are way more fun than what we analyzed back in school. I'm glad. Perhaps you should do a collab with IRyS by doing an interview. That could happen too. Callie and IRyS are connected to each other. They had confirmed that it is related to the lore. I do not know how they are related to. Well, I mean, if there was despair, and if there was chaos, if there was darkness, then there would probably be death. And death means that someone will have to take their soul somewhere. Callie Senpai is a reaper, so it makes sense. At the end of the day, what is hope for IRyS? Is it her freedom for herself or breaking the chain of rebirth? I don't know. You could borrow Ami's interrogation room to talk to IRyS, lol. I mean, the spirit is related to death. It is. And remember what I said. Usually you put an IRyS flowers on top of graves. So I think that corresponds. Yeah. Are you a boy? Yes, I am a boy. Nice to meet you. I'm Crazy Ali, the super kawaii zombie idol boy. Man. Fangirl Ollie, did you make this stream just to talk about this? First of all, I don't fangirl. And I do not fan woman. I don't fan lady. I don't fan duchess. I don't fan marquioness. I don't fan countess. I don't fan queen. I fan Thank goddess, mortal! Yes. Yes. Because you're a boy. You fan man, right? Right, I fan man. You fan princess? You fan bishop? What the hell is going on? Ending the stream. Ian, she simps. But I guess that's all. Well, IRyS doesn't like fans. Ceiling fans, lol. We will fan you! She's the messiah. But I guess that's all for today. I don't have anything to talk about anymore. Unless you guys have any parting thoughts. Kalian, menurut kalian bagaimana MV ini? What do you guys think about this MV and what do you guys think about the lore? I'd like to hear what you guys think before we end. Thanks for the analysis. That was very nice. I'm glad you liked it. Will we do this again? Of course we will. If there's a song that we can analyze, that is. I'm gonna rewatch this and study even more. Yes, please do rewatch. The link is in the pinned comment and in the description below. Please check it out. I like it. It's cute. It's cool. That's it. It's a beautiful song. Not gonna lie. Okay, we should do these types of streams again when because they are fun. Okay, gotcha. I have a parting thought. Ollie, do you have a regular formaldehyde treatments to prevent decay? No. I'd like to see how this can tie to each other. Me too, to be honest. Beautiful song and surprisingly deep. Exactly, like different from Identity Voices, from Shiny Smiley Story, from Just Follow Stars, and from let's just say Hallie Senpai songs or Suisei Senpai songs. Most of them are messages to the fans, right? But this is just a song full of lore, so it was very interesting and very fun to do. Yes, yes, yes. I love the Ataka version, totally jamming. The Ataka version was definitely cool. So how about your lore, Ollie? I don't have a lore. My house just turned into a ramen shop, that's it. Yeah, so the thing is, the only thing that I can analyze from these things are just the lyrics. I can't really analyze the song parts. Like, I don't know songs and music. Can you analyze the cube video? We could. We could actually, the cube video. Should we analyze? Yeah. I think that's all from me. Thank you so much everyone for coming. Terima kasih banyak telah datang. Kita kurete hontou ni arigatou gozaimashita. There is no more stream today, but tomorrow I'll be playing core games. Besok Oli akan main core games. I'm going to be playing this multiverse free games platform. So please look forward to it because I want to play with you guys. Besok Oli akan main core games. Itu kayak platform buat game-game gratis gitu. Dan Oli pengen main bareng kalian. So see you guys tomorrow, okay? Yeah. Otsukare sama deshita. This has been Crazy Ollie and I am signing up. Hotsu crazy. Bye bye.